You're very welcome to our live streaming of today's AIL Division 1B first round match between Highfield and Banbridge. Highfield reached the playoffs last year and are hoping to go one better this year and secure promotion. Highfield won the corresponding fixture last January here in Woodleigh Park by 19 points to 8. They also won the away fixture last November, 26 points to 19. Both matches between the sides last year were hard fought, with Highfield coming out on top in both games. Banbridge will be looking for a winning start to their season today, as they had a hard struggle to stay in Division 1B last season. Highfield have many new faces in the side today. In fact, Maya Cronin and James Taylor are the only two starting for Highfield today, who also started in this corresponding match last year. And your teams for today's game: Banbridge, number 1, Michael Cromie; number 2, Arthur Allen; number 3, Ryan Emerson; number 4, Matthew Laird; number 5, Martin Vorster; number 6, Alexander Weir; number 7, Peter Cromie, captain; number 8, Nico Voster; number 9, Neil Kilpatrick; number 10, James Humphreys; number 11, Robert Little; number 12, Josh Cromie; number 13, Andrew Morrison; number 14, Ross Cartmel; number 15, Adam Doherty. And the substitutes for today's game: number 16, John Wilson; number 17, Ross Hawhey; number 18, Max Little; number 19, Quentin Verhagen; number 20, Aaron Kennedy; number 21, Harry Bird. And the Highfield team starting today's game: at number 1, Killian Buckley; number 2, Travis Coomey; number 3, James French; number 4, John O'Callaghan; number 5, Aidan Keane; number 6, Mark Fitzgibbon; number 7, Eddie Earle; number 8, Maya Cronin; number 9, Richard Cassidy; number 10, James Taylor; number 11, Ben Murphy; number 12, David O'Sullivan; number 13, Cian Bohan; number 14, Gavin O'Leary; number 15, Mark McLaughlin. And the substitutes for Highfield: number 16, Robert Murphy; number 17, Ian McCarthy; number 18, Sean Garrett; number 19, Olive Porter; number 20, Shane Buckley; number 21, Liam McCarthy. The referee for today's game is Paul Haycock, and his assistants are Claudio Dunna and Jerry Lane. And today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And Perfect Match have also come on board as sponsors of our Highfield Player of the Match award today, and this award will be presented to the chosen player straight after the game. Thank you to Jim McCoy and his team at Perfect Reception for their generous support in sponsoring this award once again this season. And thanks to the generous support of Perfect Reception, all Highfield AIL home games this season will be live streamed. Please subscribe to the Highfield YouTube channel, where you'll be able to watch all live games as they occur, and indeed have access to the library of previous games now hosted on this channel. So be sure to spread the word to your family and friends that they too can enjoy these games from anywhere in the world. And the Banbridge team, led by Captain Peter Cromie, are on the field. Banbridge again have many changes from last season's side, and it's worth noting that at number 10 they have James Humphreys, son of the legendary David Humphreys, making his AIL league debut for Banbridge. And Highfield, led out by Maya Cronin, who's captain for the day. And Highfield have a number of new players starting today for their first games, league games for Highfield, including James French, who came from UCC, John O'Callaghan from Cork, Aidan Keane, who was Prez last year, Richard Cassidy from Cork, Cian Bohan, who played for UCC and of course Munster, and Olive Porter in the substitutes, played with Prez and played in New Zealand, Shane Buckley from Ballincollig, Liam McCarthy from Skibbereen. So referee Paul Haycock, coming to get the game underway. Breeze blowing across the pitch, but otherwise conditions perfect for rugby. The pitch here in perfect shape, so we look forward to a good game of rugby, with both sides obviously anxious to start the season on the right note. So James Humphreys sets us in motion. Maya Cronin, number 8, takes it. James Taylor finds a very good touch. Very good response to the kick-off there. Kick taken by captain Maya Cronin. And James Taylor dispatched the kick to the halfway line. So Arthur Allen will put into the first line out for Banbridge. Finds his man in the middle of the line out. Well fed out by scrum half Neil Kilpatrick. Using the forwards now, Banbridge. The big man take it forward. And the outside pass, just a little too hard, slipped through the grasp of wing Robert Little. And Highfield will have the second liner of the game. Banbridge showing good intent there. Getting the ball through the hands, using the big men to set up possession. So, first line out for Highfield. Travis Coomey to put in. Sends it to the back. Taken very well there by Mark Fitzgibbon. Out the line. Set up in the middle of the pitch. Fed out by Cassidy. Cassidy again, finds Taylor. Good defence there from Banbridge. This time to the big men, to John O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan sets it up just inside the halfway. This time, pop ball to Aidan Keane. Well tackled. Taylor finds Cronin. Cronin takes 2 to bring him down, the big man. Cassidy, this time looking to James French. James French, former Munster and UCC. Cian Bohan finds David O'Sullivan. Out the wing. Excellent run. And Cian Bohan scores the first try for Highfield. Excellent handling by the Highfield backs. Great run down the touchline by Gavin O'Leary. And there was Cian Bohan, former Munster player. Very powerful, very athletic, to take the ball under the posts for the first try of the game after 2 minutes 55 seconds. And Highfield will be very pleased with the slick handling there and a good setup by the forwards. And James Taylor, breeze blowing across from his right to left as he faces the posts. And he's hit the post. Unlucky there for James Taylor. So Highfield lead 5 points to 0 with about 3 minutes gone in the game. And let's see if Banbridge can respond to that early setback. Humphreys looking across the line. Puts it high in the air. Good kick off. Give his forwards a chance to get up there. Highfield managed to get it at the second attempt. French brings it forward. And this time Richard Cassidy takes the responsibility on himself and doesn't make any ground. It was taken back in, so from inside is 22, but the ball was taken back in. So Banbridge now have a line out in a good attacking position just inside the Highfield 22. And Ryan Emerson gives the instructions to Arthur Allen. Allen again finds his man there in the middle, Martin Foster. And Banbridge set up the maul, and they've got a bit of a move. And this is an excellent maul by Banbridge. And number 8, Cronin, is penalised for going offside in the maul. So let's see what decision is made here. And they're going for the corner. Humphreys kicks for the corner. And they'll be looking to get some reward for this excellent position. Very good maul by the Banbridge pack. Good line out, good maul. Now they've put themselves in a very strong position here. About 5 metres out from the Highfield line. And we have a stoppage. While the player receives some attention. I can't see from here who it is. One of the Highfield players. He's back on his feet. So, Allen again to throw. Again finds his man in the middle of the line. This is a great position for Banbridge if they can get the maul moving. Highfield have defended it much better this time. But we have a breakaway by Allen. Fed out. Stopped on the line. Try given. Try Banbridge. Try for Banbridge. And I think it was Ryan Emerson who got over from an excellent line out and good maul. So after 7 minutes, the score is 5-all. Highfield with a try very early in the game from Cian Bohan, and now Banbridge replying through Ryan Emerson after 7 minutes. And this is the chance for James Humphreys to put Banbridge ahead. Again, the breeze not really assisting either side, blowing left to right across Humphreys as he faces this kick. And he converts. No problem there for James Humphreys. So after 7 minutes of the game, the score is Highfield 5, Banbridge 7. Banbridge responding well to an early setback. Went behind after only 3 minutes, but they have now put themselves ahead. And James Taylor will restart for Highfield. Taylor gives it plenty of height. And the ball breaks loose. Knocked on by one of the Banbridge players. Earl, lovely pop up to Earl. O'Leary, hauled down just by the line. Excellent from the kick-off by Highfield. Cronin driving towards the line. Comes out again. Highfield right on that Banbridge line. And they're going to pick and jam again. They drive again for the line, and the try is given. And this time it's Big Maya Cronin, the number 8 for Highfield. So an instant response from Highfield after the Banbridge try. Excellent work. Fumble from the kick-off by one of the Banbridge players. Highfield reacted really well. Great work by O'Leary. And then the pack took over, and Cronin, almost impossible to stop from that distance, a man of his strength. So Highfield go back into the lead, 10 points to 7. And Taylor has a chance to convert yet again. Right-footed kicker. Wind blowing into his face as he faces me here across the pitch, blowing across the posts. Last one, you remember, hit the upright. And Taylor will be hoping to do a little better this time. Goes through his routine. Strikes it well. And converts. So that conversion from James Taylor means that after 10 minutes on the clock, Highfield lead 12 points to 7 in a very high scoring game so far. 12 points to 7. Highfield lead 2 tries to 1. And very well cleared, very well dealt with from the kickoff yet again by Highfield. Now the Banbridge line-out has been working very efficiently and their maul has been very good. So they'll be hoping to build from here. Ten metres inside the Highfield half. And Allen finds Foster again. A little bit of a fumble, but well recovered. Kirkpatrick does very well, scrum half. Allen driving into the opposition. Kirkpatrick out the line. Good tackle there by Ben Murphy. Allen again. Been very prominent in this first half. Nice feed out there from Humphreys. This time they go the other way. Humphreys, this time he gives the little dink in and finds a good touch. Nice play there, nice combination by the Banbridge halfbacks, Kilpatrick and Humphreys. So this time Highfield will have a defensive line out just inside their own 22. Coomey found Mark Fitzgibbon very well with his first dart. We'll be hoping to repeat the performance. This time he goes to O'Callaghan, who didn't even have to jump. Set up. And Cassidy clears his lines. And good clearance by Richard Cassidy, former Cork Con player. His first AIL game today with Highfield. Good clearance. So, Allen once again to put into that line out for Banbridge. Again, finding Foster. They've been combining very well. And this time, crossing in the line out. And the Banbridge coaching staff will be annoyed with that because it was a perfect line out in a good position to set up an attack. Penalty conceded. Taylor will punish it by driving them into the Banbridge half. About 10 metres outside the 22. So Coomey will again look to find his man. Goes over the top. Cronin, 2 knock-ons there, I think, but the referee says play away. Now gives the first knock-on against Maya Cronin. Bit scrappy there, line out just a bit too far over the head of Aidan Keane. So Banbridge get the scrum. And a chance for the front rows to try each other's out. James French on this side and Killian Buckley on the far side for Highfield against Michael Cromie and Ryan Emerson in the front rows. Banbridge with the put in. Kilpatrick puts it in. Banbridge scrum, wheeled around. Referee says okay. Number 8, Foster did well there. And good run there from the big second row, Foster. Adam Doherty, hauled to ground. Kilpatrick goes to his forwards. And O'Callaghan penalised for not rolling away. O'Callaghan penalised for not rolling away. Good work there from Matthew Laird. And Humphreys finds touch as Martin Foster replaces his shirt, which he lost in the last tackle. So Banbridge about a metre outside the Highfield 22. Good attacking position. Highfield leading 12 points to 7 with 16 minutes on the clock. Good taking on by Foster. Fed out the line. And unfortunately they're knocked forward. Scrum to Highfield. Promising attacking situation there. And Captain Peter Cromie will be a bit disappointed to fumble that one in a promising position. So scrum to Highfield. They appear to put a bit of pressure on the Banbridge scrum, last scrum. Let's see if they can hold their own steady. Cassidy puts in. Scrum is rock solid. Cassidy, Taylor. Taylor makes a beautiful break. Taylor over the halfway, looking for support. Finds David O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan pops it to Bohan. And Bohan trots in for the try. Killian Bohan's second try. Hint of a forward pass possibly, but the referee didn't call it. Highfield responding really well. Great attacking from their own scrum. Wonderful sidestep and break by James Taylor. Really opened up the Banbridge defence. So Killian Bohan scores his second try. So Highfield now lead 17 points to 7. And Taylor has yet another conversion from the left-hand side of the posts. Again, as I say, wind blowing across the posts from his right. He's been successful in 1 out of 2 conversions so far. This one's a little farther out. Taylor right out by the touchline. Going through the routine. Strikes it well. And converts it. Excellent kick by James Taylor, following his own excellent break to set up the try. So Highfield now lead 19 points to 7. With just about 19 minutes on the clock. And they'll be very pleased with how well they attacked from a scrum on their own 22. A lot of the credit going to number 10, James Taylor. A very talented out half. Humphreys. Long kick. Taken and well cleared by Highfield scrum half Richard Cassidy. Good response to the kick-off there from Highfield. So Highfield, with 3 tries in the bag, will be thinking bonus point. And Banbridge will be anxious to get back into this game. This time it goes long at the back. Again, an overthrow. French feeds Cronin. Cronin sets it up. Cassidy, Taylor, Bohan, Killian Bohan. Lovely one-handed feed off to Ben Murphy. Murphy loses the ball and Little's away. He's up the touchline. He's really fast. And he's in at the corner. And excellent try there by Robert Little. From a fumble by Highfield. Highfield in an attacking position. And Little showed great pace to take the score. So it's now 19 points to 12. As Robert Little brings Banbridge right back into the game. Just over 20 minutes on the clock. Highfield lead 19-12. And James Humphreys has the attempted conversion on the 22. Right-footed. Wind blowing slightly across him. He strikes it very well, but the wind tails it away. A very good effort. The wind just tailed it off. So the score remains 19-12 to Highfield. Very high scoring game with just 20 minutes gone. Highfield lead 19-12, 3 tries to 2. Taylor gives it plenty of height. Well taken by Voster. Sets it up there. It's out to Michael Cromie. Humphreys finds Cromie in the centre. Humphreys again, looking for space. Cronin is under it. Ball bounces. Cronin's got it. Feeds Taylor. Taylor looking to relieve his lines and finds a super touch. Massive kick there by James Taylor. Relieved the pressure instantly. Well covered by Cronin, doing a good number 8 job there, covering back. Humphreys looking for space behind the Highfield defensive line. But Cronin showing all his experience, back to cover, and Taylor delivered a super kick. So, about 9 metres inside the Banbridge half. Allen, slide overthrow on the last one. Will be looking to find his target and get Banbridge back on the attack. Voster takes very well again. Highfield have the nudge in that maul. Banbridge regroup and breakaway. Breakaway there by Ryan Emerson. Out the line. Out to Little. Rob Little. Pops it over the head. Great covering there by the Highfield scrum half, Richard Cassidy. Quick line out taken by Banbridge. The referee's calling it back. Excuse me. Gives the scrum to Banbridge for a knock-on. So lively play there by the Banbridge backs and forwards. Brings them right up to the Highfield 22. And Highfield number 8, Maya Cronin, receiving some attention. And players taking the opportunity to take on some water. And very warm welcome to all of you who are watching today's game on our live stream. We're delighted you can join us. We hope you're enjoying the game. A huge amount of work has been undertaken on installing a new drainage system, footpaths and railings, and most importantly reseeding and improvements to the main pitch in Highfield. We know you will appreciate that these works are hugely expensive, and we invite you to help us defray these costs simply by playing in our weekly club lottery. And who knows, you might even be a winner. Tickets can be purchased online through our website at www.highfieldrfc.ie. So maybe at half time you might take a few moments to make a contribution to the club. So Cronin is back on his feet, coming back into the fray, and we'll resume with a scrum to Banbridge just inside the Highfield 22. About 25 minutes on the clock. Highfield leading 19-12. 3 tries to 2 in a very entertaining game with excellent conditions for rugby. Both teams playing excellent rugby. So now, scrum just inside the Highfield 22. Kilpatrick to put in. Puts in. A lot of pressure coming on there from Highfield, but referee says not driving straight, penalty against the Highfield front row. So Humphreys will go into the corner. Banbridge have had quite a lot of success with their line-out maul. And looking at it again, as James French has a chat with the referee about the niceties of the scrum. The result is a line-out. About 5 metres out from the Highfield line for Banbridge. And Arthur Allen to put in. Again finds Voster. Martin Voster doing very well in the line out for Banbridge. They set up the maul. And the referee has his hand out. It's a penalty. Free play now for Banbridge and knock on. So he'll come back for a penalty. Now he's going to have a word here, I think. Calling Highfield's John O'Callaghan and Captain Maya Cronin. And it looks like O'Callaghan is getting a warning about collapsing that maul. And Humphreys will tap it into touch. 28 minutes on the clock. Banbridge in a very strong attacking position here. The line-out has been functioning very well. So Allen will be hoping once again to find his man. And again it's Voster. Takes it very cleanly. This time the ball is much messier. And Highfield have certainly done way better this time. And a combination of Ben Murphy and Maya Cronin managed to get over that ball and get the plaudits of the crowd and their teammates for relieving a very dangerous attacking position for Banbridge. Taylor slightly off the side of the boot, but it's outside the 22. And Highfield will be delighted with that defence. Great work there by both Ben Murphy and Maya Cronin. Aiming for O'Callaghan. Foster got a hand to it, but ends up in Taylor's hands. Out the line. Dave O'Sullivan drives forward strongly. Out to Taylor again. Looks around. Brings Mark McLaughlin into the game there. Mark Fitzgibbon sets it up for Highfield. Cassidy this time goes with the boot. Very well taken there by Adam Doherty. Makes a nice little run over the halfway line. Kilpatrick out the line. Humphreys this time. Number 13, Andrew Morrison. Bit lateral there. Gives it into the big man. Kilpatrick finds Allen. Kilpatrick again. Humphreys. Humphreys goes with the long kick. Well covered there by Highfield fullback Mark McLaughlin. And McLaughlin wastes no time and drives a huge boot. Excellent kick there by Mark McLaughlin, former UCC player. His debut in the AIL for Highfield today. He'll be very pleased with both the catch and the kick there. Brought play back halfway between the 10-metre line and the 22 on the Banbridge side. And one of the Highfield players requiring attention. It's Eddie Earl, I think, is down there. So with half an hour gone, Highfield lead 19 points to 12 in what has been a really free-flowing and quite high-scoring game. Killian Boham with 2 tries for Highfield. And number 8, Maya Cronin with the 3rd. And prop Ryan Emerson and wing Robert Little, the scorers for Banbridge. And Earl is okay. He's okay to play on. Players taking on some water while they have the chance. And we'll be resuming with a line out to Banbridge, halfway between the 10-metre line and the 22. So Allen. Foster again. They've been a very good combination for the line out for Banbridge. Scrum half under pressure. Emerson brings it forward. He's driven backwards. That's great defence by Highfield. Now Kilpatrick looking at his options. Looks like he's going to go with the high kick. Puts it high in the air. Not very far. Bounces off the head of Earl. Comes back on the Highfield side. O'Callaghan secures it. Out the line from Taylor. Not the best pass. Ben Murphy. Oh, fumbled it in the tackle. In the tackle from Andrew Morrison. Murphy unlucky there. Not the best pass from Taylor. And Murphy, in attempting to secure it, had it knocked from his grasp by the incoming Andrew Morrison. So we have a scrum to Banbridge, and Highfield did put on quite a lot of pressure in last scrum, but were penalised for not scrummaging straight. Let's see how it goes on this occasion, right on the halfway line. Good pressure from Highfield again. And this time James French gets the praise from his teammates as the Banbridge scrum goes down. A rueful shake of the head there from Michael Cromie as Taylor looks to bring Highfield deep into the Banbridge half. Doesn't find his touch. And Little clears his lines. Good clearance by Rob Little. Excellent clearance. Almost back up to halfway. And Taylor will be annoyed at himself not finding touch there. but the Highfield pack will be pleased with the scrum. So, Travis Coomey looking to find his man here. Nicely taken there by Aidan Keane. Schoolboy player last year. Very promising young player. Taylor again showing those magic feet. Dances his way through the defence. And penalised. Banbridge penalised for not releasing on the ground. Tackler not releasing Taylor, who made a super break. And Nico Voster has managed to injure himself in tackling Taylor there. Taylor again showing magic feet, weaving his way through a number of would-be tacklers, and it results in a penalty for Highfield right in the middle of the pitch, just beyond the 10-metre line in the Banbridge half. And Taylor is going to have a go. It's a long way out, wind blowing across him. Wind crossing from his right to left. "36 minutes on the clock. But of course, the time is at the referee's discretion. There may be some extra time for injuries, stoppages. But at 36 minutes, James Taylor, right in the middle of the pitch. With the right foot. He has the distance, but it drifted to the left and wide. So the score remains 19-12. Highfield ahead. And both kickers finding that crossfield wind a little bit difficult. So, James Humphreys to kick off. Goes for the long kick. Taylor is under it. Now Taylor looking at his options here. Goes to his full back. Mark McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Strong run by McLaughlin there. Comes out to James French. French, a very strong man, drives forward towards the halfway line. Killian Bohan. Out the line to O'Callaghan. Finds McLaughlin. He's driven backwards. Big tackle there. Highfield, bring it forward again. Nicely popped there by Keane. And Banbridge get over it and get the penalty on the halfway. Good work, good defence there by Banbridge. Right on halfway. Right on halfway. James Humphreys looking for the long touch. And he's kicked a superb kick right down into the 5-metre line there. Give Banbridge a fantastic attacking position. Super kick there by James Humphreys. And Banbridge will be looking for something on the board from this position. Their line-out has been excellent. Their maul has been very good. So Highfield will need to be at their very best to defend it. Allen puts in. This time he goes to the back. Comes right over the top. Peter Crombie. Pick and go by Vorster. Kilpatrick. Humphreys. Morrison held up there. Highfield will be very pleased with their defence there. Great work by the defence. Mark Fitzgibbon very prominent in there. And forcing the knock on. And Banbridge will be disappointed. That was an excellent attacking position after a superb kick by Humphreys. But Highfield have weathered the storm. And it's their scrum. about 5 metres out from their own line. So with 39 minutes on the clock, they'll be looking to relieve the pressure here and be hoping to go in ahead at half time. Leading at the moment, 19 points to 12. Cassidy puts in. Scrum is rock solid. Cronin picks. Pops it out to Dave O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, he's got his knees to the ground. Cassidy. Kicks it himself this time and finds a good touch. Good defensive work there by Highfield. And good clearance by Cassidy. And Highfield will be very pleased to repel that attack. Banbridge will be disappointed, having put themselves in such a powerful position, not to come away with some points. So Banbridge line out. About 5 metres outside the Highfield 22. Look for Voster again. This time the line out is disrupted. O'Callaghan getting up there. Maya Cronin drives forward. Cassidy pops it outside. Taylor playing scrum half. Finds French. French, very powerful man, driving forward. Cassidy kicks it out because he knows it's half time. And at half time, in this very entertaining encounter, AIL Division 1B here at Woodleigh Park and Model Farm Road, Highfield lead 19 points to 12. Thanks to tries. 2 tries by number 13, Cian Bohan, and a try by number 8, Maya Cronin. And Banbridge have replied with tries from Ryan Emerson and Robert Little. A very entertaining game, and I would imagine there will be more scores because both teams are playing a very open game. Both teams willing to run the ball at every occasion. And just to mention again to our sponsor, today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Perfect Reception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And Perfect Match have also come on board as sponsors of our Highfield Player of the Match award today. This award will be presented to the chosen player straight after the game. And thank you to Jim McCoy and his team at Perfect Reception for their generous support in sponsoring this award once again this season. And again, thanks to the generous support of Perfect Reception, all Highfield AIL home games this season will be live streamed. Please subscribe to the Highfield YouTube channel, where you'll be able to watch all live games as they occur, and indeed have access to the library of previous games now hosted on this channel. Finally, be sure to spread the word with your family and friends that they too can enjoy these games from anywhere in the world. And speaking of anywhere in the world, a number of Highfield stalwarts are now gone abroad. In the team last year here we had Fintan O'Sullivan and Paul Stack. Fintan has now gone to Canada and Paul to New Zealand. And I mentioned to Paddy O'Toole and Mick Delan, both Highfield stalwarts who retired at the end of last season. So a much changed Highfield side, doing very well here today. When you think they're missing captain Dave O'Connell as well, it's a very good performance. But it's a very close game, and the Banbridge side have played very well. And at 19-12, it's still anybody's game. I'll stop there for a bit. And an announcement that during the warm-up, one of the Highfield substitutes, Liam McCarthy, pulled up injured, and he's been replaced by Mark Dorgan. So we get the second half underway. Highfield leading 19 points to 12. And James Taylor to start the game. Don't see any changes on either side. So Taylor, wind is strengthening a little. Still across the pitch, slightly favouring Banbridge this half. Taylor hangs it up there. Very well taken by Foster. And Foster smashes through the first tackle. Good run by Foster. Humphreys looking for his fullback, Adam Doherty. Set up on the halfway. And player injured here in the middle of the pitch. Referee has called a halt to proceedings. One of the Banbridge players has gone down. Can't make out who it is at the moment. Receiving attention. Obviously the referee was concerned and stopped the play. It was a big second row, Martin Foster, who injured himself making that great run, driving through the tackles. So we restart with a scrum to Banbridge. About 15 metres inside their own half. And the breeze is definitely strengthening. Blowing across the pitch, but favouring Banbridge a little. So Kilpatrick to put in the middle of the pitch. Kilpatrick, big push again from the Highfield pack, big drive, and they drive Banbridge right off the ball. Cassidy, Taylor pops it inside to Earl. Earl is well tackled there by Foster. Cassidy, O'Callaghan drives forward. Cassidy again, Taylor, this time finds Ben Murphy. And set up, penalty to Highfield. The ball comes to French, O'Callaghan. And we're back for a penalty to Highfield. Right in the middle of the pitch. One of the Banbridge players is down. So we'll have stoppage in play. And it looks like Martin Foster has injured his hand and has to leave the play. He'll be a big loss to his side. He's been excellent in the line out. And he's replaced by number 18, Nico Foster. So one Foster replaces the other. And disappointment there for Martin Foster as Highfield's James Taylor kicks the ball deep into the Banbridge half. About halfway between the 22 and the goal line to set up an excellent attacking position for Highfield early in the second half. And set up, Highfield set up the maul, driving forward. Ball comes out to Ben Murphy. Well tackled. I feel pick and go. James French. Cronin drives forward again. Earl held up. This time out to Cian Bohan. Cian Bohan has lost possession. Banbridge come away with it. Great rob in possession there. Cian Bohan under the posts. This time Humphreys sets it downfield. The ball bounces away. Well taken there by McLaughlin. Out to Murphy. Gavin O'Leary over from the other wing. Cassidy. Set up very well there by French. O'Callaghan in the middle of the park. Drives forward with his second row partner Keane. Cassidy. Taylor. Pops it back to Gavin O'Leary. Cronin. And the ball dropped out of his grasp. But full back Adam Doherty sent it long downfield. His opposite number, Mark McLaughlin, finds touch on the halfway. Scrappy bit of play there. A lot of ball going loose. And with 47 minutes on the clock, score still stays at 19-12. Highfield in front. A very open game. Both teams willing to have a go. And we have a Banbridge player down. Looks like Arthur Allen, the hooker, in need of some attention. So both teams very willing to throw the ball around, but there have been a number of handling errors which have spoiled good attacking positions for both sides. And of course, it's early days in the season, very first league match. Highfield have had a very good pre-league season so far, with victories over UCC in the Cork Charity Cup and Shannon in the Munster Senior Cup. And change on the Banbridge side. Number 17, Ross Hawhey, is replacing number 3, Ryan Emerson. So we'll resume with a line out. Banbridge inside their own half. Allen to throw. Finds Nico Vorster this time. A good drive into the Highfield half. Looking for the big pop. Michael Crombie. Kilpatrick out the line. Morrison drives forward. Kilpatrick pops it out, set up by his forwards. Kilpatrick, Humphreys with a little chip kick for the wing, and Little actually headed that ball forward. I'm not sure he's playing the game he thinks he's playing, but a very unusual tactic there by Rob Little. He headed the ball into the Highfield 22. Not something you see very often in a game of rugby. So Highfield with the defensive line out, about 5 metres out from their own line. We'll be hoping to clear their lines here. Travis Coomey to put in. Coomey finds O'Callaghan. Well taken by O'Callaghan in the middle of the line. Comes back to Cassidy. And that's a very good relieving clearance by Cassidy. Highfield would be very happy with their exit strategy there. Excellent line out take and a super kick by Richard Cassidy. Brings play halfway between the 10 metre, I beg your pardon, line and the 22. So line out to Banbridge, and Arthur Allen gets his instructions from Ross Haughey. And Banbridge, lovely move there in the middle. Andrew Morrison held up, and good hands out to Little on the wing. Banbridge in a very strong position here. Goes to Laird. Allen held up. Humphreys out the line, looking for the captain. Peter Cromie just held up. Back to Michael Cromie. Out the line again. This time it's Foster. Out to Humphreys, and they have an overlap here. Little. Good defence by Taylor. This is an excellent attack. Foster. Humphreys. Little again. This is a super attack by Banbridge. Highfield really at the pin of their collar here to defend this. Foster. Scrum half has it. Kilpatrick pops it to the big men again. Another drive by the forwards. Very close to the line. Highfield fighting for it. And Maya Cronin, yet again. Cronin showing his immense strength there, getting his hands in and winning the penalty for his side. Highfield will be mightily relieved to get out of there. That was an excellent sustained attack by Banbridge. And superb defence by the Highfield team, particularly by Cronin, who picked up an injury in securing that ball. Again, just to remind you, with 51 minutes gone, the Highfield lead 19 points to 12. The 2 tries from Cian Bohan and 1 from Maya Cronin. And Banbridge reply from Ryan Emerson and Robert Little. And James Taylor with 2 conversions for Highfield. And James Humphreys with the conversion for Banbridge. So I hope Cian Bohan will forgive me for calling him by his cousin's name earlier. Cian joined Highfield from UCC, former Munster player, and a huge addition to the Highfield side. That's a great clearance kick by Taylor after some great defensive work. And now a change on the Highfield side. Number 19, Auliav Porter, replacing number 6, Mark Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon jogging to the touchline, having had an excellent game for Highfield. And Auliav Porter, former Pres boy, also played schools out in New Zealand. And Highfield are delighted to have him join us this season. So, Travis Coomey to put into the line-out. O'Callaghan gets up there. Out the line. Dave O'Sullivan. Strong running always by Dave. Popped to O'Callaghan again. Finds his second row partner, Keane. And this time, excellent defensive work there. Excellent defensive work by the big number 8, Nico Foster. Secures the penalty for Banbridge. So with 53 minutes gone, second half, yet to produce a score, as James Humphreys looks to the touchline and kicks a very good touch inside the Highfield 22. Banbridge have had the better of the second half so far, have been putting Highfield under pressure. Highfield will be anxious to clear their lines, get back up the field. Banbridge looking for the score here. Foster, but this time the throw is crooked. Allen will be disappointed with that because his throwing has been pretty accurate all game. So Highfield, a chance to clear their lines here again. And change again on the Highfield side, where Ian McCarthy, number 17, replaces Killian Buckley. And Killian Buckley has been scrummaging well, playing well for the Highfield side, and has done very well in this game. So McCarthy now in, a fresh prop on the Highfield pack. McCarthy, Coomey and French scrumming down against Crummy, Allen and Ross Hawley. Referee not happy. Scrum hasn't really settled. Cassidy with the put in. And again, Highfield scrum very strong. Out to Dave O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, a willing carrier every time, gets up to the 22. French over the 22. Sets it up. The ball went backwards, says the referee. Cassidy, this time making to kick. This time puts it high in the air. No great distance, but challenged, knocked back, and again it ends up in the hands of Travis Coomey. Slightly scrappy play there, but Highfield have secured possession. Cassidy, O'Callaghan. Cassidy again shaping to kick. This time he goes high again into the wind, giving his players a chance to get up there. Murphy's up there. And knock on, unfortunately, for Dave O'Sullivan, but the ball is played by Banbridge. And the ball is flicked inside there to Morrison. Morrison popped the ball there to the fullback, Doherty. Comes out to Cromie. Out the line to Weir. Good defence by Highfield. And the referee penalises Highfield for not rolling away, and Captain Peter Cromie calls on James Humphreys to take them down the line. Humphreys dispatches it to touch about 5 metres out from the Highfield line. And Arthur Allen will put in. After number 8, Nico Foster receives some attention. The line out. Allen. Finds Foster in the line. Now Banbridge driving towards the line. Allen's in control. Cronin has swam his way right through and got his hands on it again. Superb work by Cronin. He swam his way through the middle of the maul and got his hands around that ball. Cronin, an extremely powerful man, getting his arms in again for at least the third time in this game. He's been a rock in the Highfield defence. Superb defence by the Highfield pack. Banbridge looked to be in a very, very good position, but great work by Maya Cronin. Captain for the day, playing a real captain's role. And 59 minutes on the clock. Highfield still lead 19-12. Still anybody's game. As Cassidy puts in. Cronin picks and goes. Looked to be isolated for a moment there, but they secure possession. Back to Taylor. Taylor doesn't find touch. Doherty looking for space here. Runs into Coomey. Kilpatrick looking for his forwards. Good defence there by Highfield. Kilpatrick. Humphreys pops it to the forwards again. Humphreys, Little. Good defence there by Highfield. Kilpatrick looking to number 8 Voster. Strong man, hard to bring down. Ball is at the feet there. Allen out, little chip through there by Humphreys. And it goes over the line and touchdown by Highfield fullback Mark McLaughlin. So it'll be a goal line kick out. Cian Bohan thinking about the fast one. And I think it's fair to say that since the start of the second half, Highfield have definitely been under the pump. Banbridge doing a lot of pressing. Highfield have had to do a lot of defending. Now Taylor to clear his lines. Taken there by Morrison. Feeds it infield into the captain, Cromie. Little. Full back. Adam Doherty just tackled as he went to pass and threw it straight into touch. Good pressure there by Olive Porter. Line out to Highfield on the 10-metre line. And change on the Banbridge side as 19 Quentin Verhagen replaces Matthew Laird, number 4. Ball well taken there by Keane. Highfield set up the maul. Coomey at the back. Highfield march forward. Scrum half takes it. Out to Taylor. Oh, and that ball didn't go where it meant to go. Very well reacted by Cian Bohan. Ball is very loose there. Could be a chance here for Humphreys. He's going for the corner. And he scores. James Humphreys with a try for Banbridge. Try in the corner. After a passage of play where the ball was dropped and bounced around. The ball was shot out to Humphreys and he did very well to get in the corner. So that try by Humphreys leaves the score Highfield 19, Banbridge 17, and Humphreys has the chance to bring the sides level with the conversion. We've got 63 minutes on the clock, and that score is no more than Banbridge deserve for the pressure they've put on since half time. So Humphreys, already one successful conversion. Difficult kick. A strengthening breeze blowing across the pitch from his right. And Humphreys will now attempt with the right foot to bring his side level after 63 minutes of the game. It's a very good kick, but it just misses. So unlucky there. Great effort by Humphreys. Failed to convert his own try. So Highfield now lead by 2 points, 19 points to 17. And they'll be looking to try and establish a foothold in the Banbridge half, having spent a lot of this half defending. So Taylor with the kick to restart. Gives it plenty of height. And good tackle there by Porter. Ball comes out to Humphreys. It was actually full back. Doherty sends it long. Well taken by Taylor. Taylor at the halfway. Goes low. Hit off one of his own players there, I think. And referee says play on. Highfield give it to McCarthy. McCarthy takes it back in to secure it for Cassidy. Cassidy finds Dave O'Sullivan. Dave takes it forward again. Cassidy. Taylor. Taylor finds Bohan. Bohan looks for the gap. Very strong man Bohan. Takes two to bring him down. Cassidy. Pops it to McCarthy. Ian McCarthy. Breaks the first tackle. Cassidy. Finds Coomey. Coomey sets it up. Coomey sets it up. Out to Taylor. Taylor finds O'Callaghan. Callaghan well tackled there in the middle of the field. Taylor again. This time he goes to the boot. Drills a low one. Looking for the touchline. Taken by Doherty. Doherty hits an enormous boot to it. Very well taken by his opposite number, McLaughlin. McLaughlin coming back at them. Puts it high in the air. Kick chase himself. Taken there by Humphreys. Humphreys coming across the field. Throws it past the... Oh. So we've had a number of knock-ons there in a scrappy passage of play. A couple of wild passes. And Little going for the intercept. But there already had been a knock-on. And Banbridge sending on number 20, Aaron Kennedy, to replace number 9, Neil Kirkpatrick. So Aaron Kennedy gone in at scrum half. So Highfield fullback Mark McLaughlin in a bit of discomfort there. As the scrum is set. And Shane Buckley, number 20, replaces Mark McLaughlin for Highfield. Shane Buckley, former Ballincollig player, newcomer to Highfield, his AIL debut for Highfield today. Referee not happy with the way the scrum is setting. But this is the first serious attacking position Highfield have had for a while in the game. And they'll be looking to get some points from this position. Just outside the 22, almost in the middle of the park. Ideal position for an attacking scrum. And they've got Shane Buckley at this side of the scrum. James Taylor at the far side with Bohan. The scrum drives forward. The Highfield scrum. Oh, referee says it collapsed. But Highfield would be pleased. They were getting in great pressure there. So scrum will reset. 68 minutes on the clock. Only 2 points in it. Highfield leading 19-17. Again, an excellent position for a scrum. And we have a helicopter landing nearby the hospital as Cassidy puts into the scrum. Highfield drive forward again, and this time they get their penalty. Great work by the Highfield pack. Great work by the front row there of McCarthy, French and Coomey. Taylor to put Highfield in a powerful attacking position here. Kicks it in deep into the 22. Highfield will have a line out. Halfway between the 22 and the goal line. And their first real attacking position of the second half. 69 minutes on the clock. Highfield lead by 2 points. 19-17. And Coomey to put in. Finds O'Callaghan. Very well taken there. Now Highfield set up the maul. Coomey has it at the back. And they get a very good drive here. Very good drive. Still going forward. Driving in. The back's gone in to help. Drive again there. Very near the line. Another drive right up on the line. Coomey is helping McCarthy there. Out to Bohan. And the second row. Aidan Keane. In his debut for Highfield. Aidan Keane crashes over the line. Try for Highfield. In their first real attack of the second half. Try for Aidan Keane, young lad who was a schools player with Pres last season. And he'll be delighted with that score on his debut. So 24-17 as we speak. Highfield lead, 71 minutes on the clock. And Taylor with a chance to add the 2 points for the conversion. So a great attack there by Highfield. Excellent scrum, excellent line out. And Taylor adds the conversion points. So Highfield with 71 minutes on the clock lead by 26 points to 17. And change on the Highfield side there. The try scorer, Aidan Keane, was injured in the process of scoring. And he's replaced by number 18, Sean Garrett. So 26 points to 17. A 9-point gap. Garrett calls it, but it's taken behind by Earl, who throws it back in field. Taken by Ben Murphy. Murphy sets it up on his own 22. But they're penalised. Great work there by the Banbridge pack to get over that ball. And Banbridge will look to James Humphreys. He's going to go for the points. Humphreys is taking the kick. He looks in a little bit of discomfort there, James Humphreys. Limping slightly. So Banbridge have opted to take the penalty kick. I must say I'm slightly surprised, trailing by 9 points, that they didn't go for the corner. But it's a chance for Humphreys. to bring his side to within 6 points of Highfield. Highfield lead 26-17. James Humphreys with the kick. Strikes it well. And he's converted it. Excellent kick by Humphreys. So 26-20 Highfield lead with 74 minutes on the clock. 26-20. A very, very closely fought game. And Shane Buckley will take the dropout for Highfield. James Taylor gone to full back. Deep kick, very well taken there by number 8 Foster. Allen driving forward. Out to Humphreys. Out to the full back Doherty. Long kick. Very long. Taylor is back there covering. Taylor makes a good contact with that one. And that's a huge kick by Taylor. Brings it way back to the halfway line. Super clearance by James Taylor. Taylor now operating at full back with Shane Buckley, the Ballincollig player, former Ballincollig player, going in at number 10. So, line out to Banbridge on the halfway. Allen to throw. Goes long. Taken by Foster. Out to the captain. Cromie sets it up. Set up again there by Haughey. Back to Doherty. Doherty doing very well there. Get over the halfway line. Humphreys looks to his captain Cromie. Cromie again over the halfway. And Foster. And that was superb defence by Highfield. Superb defence by Highfield. Banbridge made 3 attempts to get over the halfway and were held up each time. Super defence. Highfield will be very pleased with that. 76 minutes on the clock. And Shane Buckley will try and bring them into the Banbridge half. And that's a fine kick. Just makes the touchline. Eluded the grasp there of Ross Cartmel. So Highfield are now inside the Banbridge 22, and they have the line out because the ball last touched the Banbridge player. So a big chance here for Highfield to finish on a high note with Travis Coomey. Coomey finds O'Callaghan. They set up the maul. Cronin has it at the back of the maul. Good defence by Banbridge. Now Highfield drive forward again. Goes to ground. And referee says the drive was held up. Scrum to Banbridge. Good defence by the Banbridge pack. Score still 26-20 with 78 minutes on the clock. And Highfield make a change at hooker where number 16 Rob Murphy replaces number 2 Travis Coomey. And Coomey can be pleased with his performance today, both in the scrum and the line out. He's done very well. So Ian McCarthy Rob Murphy and James French now scrummage down for Highfield. But the put in is for Banbridge after that great bit of defensive work, and now they get the penalty because the scrum went down. Penalty to Banbridge. 78 minutes. Humphreys finds his touch. An excellent kick by Humphreys. Excellent kick by Humphreys. 79 minutes on the clock. 6 points between the teams. Highfield lead 26 points to 20. And we'll resume with the line out. Halfway between the 10-metre line and the 22 in the Highfield half. Arthur Allen. Oh, a superb take there by Olive Porter to steal that one. Great take by the young man. French sets it up for Highfield, powerfully driving forward. Cassidy. Cassidy looking. Pops it to Cronin. Highfield keeping it in the pack. Cassidy pops it up again, this time to Porter. Porter gets to ground. And Cassidy again having a look around. He's going to use the boot this time. And this time he puts it up in the air for the chasing Ben Murphy. And great work by Murphy there. Got hands on the winger. Ball breaks loose there. And referee penalises Highfield for going off their feet. Over enthusiastic there by a couple of the Highfield players. Following a great kick chase by Murphy. And we're in referee's time now. It's 80 minutes on the clock as Humphreys goes for the touchline and finds his touch. And halfway between the halfway line and the Highfield 22. So this could be a last attacking opportunity for Banbridge. Arthur Allen to put into the line out. And it's tapped back. And unfortunately, a knock on. And there's the final whistle. And your final score, Highfield 26, Banbridge 20, in a highly entertaining AIL Division 1B league game. And Highfield will be very pleased to get off with a win, their first game. Banbridge will be disappointed, having put in a great effort, not to get anything out of the game. But they got the bonus point for losing by that excellent kick by James Humphreys. So the game finished, 26-20, Highfield the winners. And thank you for joining us here at Highfield today at Woodleigh Park. And again, thank you our match sponsor, Perfect Reception, and you can check their website at www.reception.ie. And remember again, you can help the club by purchasing lotto tickets online on our website www.highfieldrfc.ie. And it's just a few moments to make a contribution to the club. And thanks again to Perfect Reception for sponsoring all the AIL home games this season, which will be live streamed. Please subscribe to the Highfield YouTube channel, where you'll be able to watch all live games as they occur, and indeed have access to the library of previous games now hosted on this channel. Finally, be sure to spread the word to your family and friends. They too can enjoy these games from anywhere in the world. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.